Hello, math development students. Today we're going to be looking at exponents with whole numbers, decimals, and fractional bases. We are going to be evaluating the following expressions. So remember we said that with exponents, the base is the big number. The exponent is the small number. Okay, and so we are taking the base and we're multiplying the base times itself. The number of times the exponent says. So it doesn't matter whether my base is a fraction, a decimal, or a whole number, I'm still going to be taking that number and multiplying it times itself. So if I look at problem number one says, what number is the base? Good, 1/2. That means how many times am I multiplying 1/2 times itself? Yes, I want to multiply 1/2 times itself 5 times because that's what the exponent says. So I need 5 1/2s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now 1 times 1 is going to give me 1, and then times the next one is going to give me 1, and times the next one is going to give me 1, and times the next one is going to give me 1. So I know the top of my fraction is going to be 1. But what I need to determine is what is going to be the bottom of my fraction. And so if I look here, I'm going to start by multiplying my denominator. So 2 times 2 is 4. This 2 times 2 is 4. And then I have a 2 that's odd. So I'm going to just bring it down. Then I'm going to multiply 4 times 4, and I'm going to get 16. And then I'm going to multiply that 16 times 2, and that's going to give me a 32. And so the denominator here should be a 32. So my final answer is 1/32. And so when I look at the top of my page, I will see that I have the possible answers. 1/32 is right here. So that makes me feel pretty confident about the fact that I got that right because I see the answer right there. So I'm going to cross it off, and I'm going to go on and do the next one. All right. So now let's look at a problem where I have a decimal, like problem number 7 here. Okay. So in problem number 7 here, I've got 0.2 raised to the 3rd power. So what is going to be multiplied times itself? Good, 0.2. How many times am I going to multiply 0.2 times itself? The exponent is a 3, so I'm going to do it 3 times. Now, if you have a calculator, you could use that to figure that out, but otherwise you could say 0.2 times 0.2. 2 times 2 gives me 4. And so then I count there's 1, 2 digits here. So 1, 2 digits means my decimal is going to be here. I've got to put a 0 here. And then I'm going to multiply this one times 0.2. And 2 times 4 is 8. And anything else is going to be a 0. So then I've got 1, 2, 3 digits behind the decimal here. So you can see my 1, 2, 3 digits that are behind the decimal. That means I need to move 1, 2, 3 digits behind the decimal in the answer. So that gives me 0.008 as my final answer for that one. So I look again up at the top of my paper. 0.008 is up here, so that makes me feel pretty confident. And again, I'm going to cross that out because each thing should be used just once. And as long as I'm finding those answers up there, that's good. Now, if you feel like you just don't have enough space on your worksheet to get everything on here, as you can see, it didn't work very well for me right now. Problem number 2 and problem number 8 don't have any space left to be worked on. So if you need to take and work some on a piece of paper and then take a picture of the piece of paper and add it in with your assignment, you're more than welcome to do that. You can also use the comments and put some of your work over in the comments for a problem if you don't have enough space. So please feel free to do that. That will help me to see what you've done because the work is what I'm grading, not just the final answer. If you take and put just 1/32 or just 0.008 on your paper next to the problem, I'm going to return it to you and ask you to redo it and show me the work. So do it right the first time so you don't have to do it twice.